Welcome to my on YouTube channel.
Hey there, and welcome to your personal deep dive.
Today we're tackling how to make AI work for your wallet,
You've sent over a stack of articles and research on this.
which is awesome because even a quick glance.
I was seeing dollar signs everywhere.
Absolutely.
Expert speaker. Am I right that this AI money train is picking up steam?
Absolutely. What's fascinating is how many different ways people are already profiting from AI.
From building the tech itself to using it to get a leg up in their existing businesses.
Okay, so let's unpack that.
Because one source dives right into a bunch of these money-making avenues.
I was surprised by how many didn't actually involve being a coding whiz.
Right? It's a common misconception that AI is only for tech geniuses.
Yes, skilled developers are in high demand.
But this deep dive is really highlighting how accessible AI is becoming.
So true. For example, this source highlighted e-commerce as a prime example.
It mentioned things like using AI for personalized product recommendations.
And even adjusting prices on the fly based on demand.
Exactly. Imagine having a system that automatically analyzes customer data
Predicts buying trends.
and then adjusts pricing to optimize sales.
That's the power of AI in e-commerce.
That would be huge for anyone running an online store,
No more manually trying to figure out the best prices.
or what people might want to buy next.
It's like having a super-powered business partner working 24/7.
That's a great way to put it.
And what's even more interesting is how this same source dives into AI-powered tools for content creation.
Which is something almost anyone can get into these days.
Oh, yeah. I've dabbled with some of those AI writing assistants myself.
They're great for brainstorming blog post ideas or even drafting social media captions.
Think bigger.
Imagine using AI to analyze which blog topics are trending.
Or most likely to resonate with your target audience before you even write a word.
Some tools can even help you optimize content for search engines.
So more people actually find it.
That's next level stuff.
So instead of just helping you write, AI can actually help you strategize your entire content plan. And it doesn't stop there.
This source also mentioned AI-powered tools that can even help you create graphics and edit videos.
Wow, so you could theoretically use AI to help build an entire online business from the ground up.
That's kind of mind-blowing. But speaking of mind-blowing,
This next source on AI-driven trading and finance tools had me wondering if I should quit my job and become a day trader.
it is a fascinating field. We're talking about algorithms making investment decisions in real time,
Identifying subtle market trends.
even managing entire portfolios.
Okay, wait a minute.
Algorithms making investment decisions.
That sounds a little risky, doesn't it?
Like, what happens if the market takes a sudden downturn?
That's where the deep dive comes in handy.
It's not about blindly trusting algorithms.
This source actually emphasized that these AI-powered tools are most effective when used by people who understand both the technology and the intricacies of the market,
So it's more about AI being a powerful tool in the hands of a skilled trader.
rather than replacing traders altogether.
Exactly. Human judgment is still paramount.
Especially when dealing with something as complex and volatile as the financial market.
That's reassuring to hear.
It's like having a co-pilot that can process information and spot opportunities faster than any human.
But you're still the one in control.
Exactly.
And speaking of control, one thing that stood out to me.
Was how this source emphasized the importance of high-quality data in all of this.
It talked about this whole industry cropping up around data annotation.
Data annotation. Now that one's new to me.
What's that all about?
It's essentially the process of labeling data to train AI algorithms.
For example, let's say you're building an AI model to recognize images of different types of flowers.
You'd need to feed it thousands of images.
Each carefully labeled with the correct flower type.
So it's like teaching the AI what's what.
Kind of like you'd teach a child.
But instead of using flashcards, you're using labeled data.
That's a great analogy.
And because this labeled data is so crucial for AI development.
There's a growing demand for people to do this work.
So it's like a whole hidden job market is emerging around training AI.
Who knew data labeling could be so lucrative?
It is interesting to see how these new opportunities are arising.
And it's not just about technical jobs either. This source also delved into how people are using AI for creative pursuits.
Like generating art and design work.
That's the one that always throws me for a loop.
How can AI be creative? Doesn't creativity require, a human touch?
It's a question that sparks a lot of debate.
But here's the thing. AI can analyze vast amounts of data.
including art from all periods and styles.
So it's like it's absorbing all this artistic information.
Exactly.
And based on that, it can generate unique images.
Designs, even musical pieces.
Now, whether you consider that true creativity is up for debate.
But there's no denying it's producing original work.
That's both fascinating and a little intimidating.
Like if AI can create art, what's stopping it from taking over other fields?
That's where the human element comes back in.
Remember, AI is a tool,
It can create the art,
but it takes human creativity and judgment to curate it
work it.
and ultimately decide what's valuable.
That makes sense.
Like AI is the paintbrush, but we're still the artists.
Deciding what to paint and how to use the tools at our disposal.
Precisely.
And speaking of tools, this deep dive wouldn't be complete without talking about how AI is transforming the healthcare industry.
This source had some really compelling examples.
Oh, yeah.
We touched on AI-powered diagnostics earlier.
But I'm curious to hear more.
What specifically stood out to you?
One area that's particularly promising is the use of AI in medical imaging.
Algorithms are being trained to analyze X-rays,
MRI.
even microscopic images of cells.
To detect abnormalities with an accuracy that often surpasses human experts.
So it's like having a second set of eyes.
But these eyes never get tired and can pick up on subtle details that even a trained doctor might miss.
Exactly.
And the implications of that are huge.
We're talking about earlier diagnoses.
More personalized treatment plans.
And potentially even preventing diseases before they fully develop.
That's incredible.
And it's not just about diagnosis, right?
This source also mentioned AI being used for things like drug discovery and personalized medicine.
Absolutely.
AI can analyze massive data sets of genetic information
Patient record.
and even research papers to identify potential drug targets and predict how individuals might respond to different treatments based on their unique genetic makeup.
So instead of a one-size-fits-all approach to medicine,
We're moving towards a future of truly personalized healthcare tailored to each individual.
that's the promise of AI in healthcare.
And this deep dive does a great job of highlighting both the potential benefits and the challenges that come with integrating this technology into such a complex and vital field.
Challenges like what?
Well, one obvious concern is data privacy.
These AI systems require access to massive amounts of sensitive patient information.
Ensuring that data is used responsibly and ethically is crucial.
That's a great point.
It's important to make sure we're using this technology for good and not putting people's privacy at risk.
Absolutely.
And then there's the question of accessibility.
How do we ensure that these AI-powered healthcare solutions are available to everyone?
Not just those who can afford them,
That's a huge concern with any new technology.
especially in healthcare.
We don't want to create a system where only the wealthy have access to the best care.
Exactly.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers.
But it's a conversation that needs to be happening alongside the development and implementation of these AI solutions.
I completely agree.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We've seen how AI is being used to create art
Revolutionize healthcare.
and even automate financial trading. It's almost overwhelming to think about the sheer range of things AI can do,
It is, and it's easy to get caught up in the excitement.
or even the fears surrounding this technology.
Is AI going to take over the world?
Are we all going to be out of jobs?
Those are valid questions.
But this deep dive has actually given me a more optimistic outlook.
It seems like the real opportunity lies in figuring out how to work with AI.
Not against it,
So it's about collaboration.
not competition.
Exactly.
And that requires a shift in mindset.
Instead of asking, will AI replace my job?
We should be asking, how can I use AI to enhance my skills and create new opportunities?
That's a really empowering way to look at it.
So for our listener who's hearing all of this,
And maybe feeling a little lost?
where do you even begin to learn about AI and find those opportunities?
This source actually had some great suggestions.
For one, online learning platforms are exploding with courses on AI.
From the basics to highly specialized applications.
So no matter your skill level.
There's a way to get up to speed.
Exactly.
And don't underestimate the power of community.
There are online forums,
Social media groups.
even local meetups dedicated to AI.
Connecting with others who are passionate about this technology can be incredibly valuable.
It's like that saying,
If you want to go fast, go alone.
if you want to go far, go together.
Perfectly put.
And as you're exploring these different avenues, don't be afraid to experiment.
Try out different AI tools.
Play around with them.
See what you can create.
It's about embracing that spirit of curiosity and seeing where this technology takes you.
That's the beauty of it.
AI is still in its early stages.
Which means there's so much room for innovation and discovery.
So for our listener who's been with us on this deep dive,
What's the main takeaway?
what's the one thing you want them to remember?
The future of AI isn't something that's happening to us.
It's something we're actively creating
So jump in, get your hands dirty.
and be a part of shaping this exciting new world.
Beautifully said. That wraps up our deep dive into the world of AI and all the ways it can put some extra cash in your pocket.
Remember, the most valuable resource in the age of AI isn't necessarily technical expertise.
It's your own curiosity and willingness to learn.
Couldn't agree more. Keep those questions coming, and we'll keep diving deep. Until next time.